photometry, or we call it as flame emission spectroscopy. It is a method of chemical analysis that uses the intensity of light emitted from the flame at particular wavelength to determine quantity of element in a sample. It is used in the field of analytical chemistry. According to the IUPAC, means International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, named this technique as flame atomic emission spectroscopy. Flame photometry, first introduced by Leningrad in 1934, and it's modified by Barnes and co-workers in 1945. Flame photometry is simple, rapid method for routine determination of elements that can be easily excited, and it is very helpful for determination of elements in the first two columns of the periodic table, means group 1 and group 2, that is alkali and alkaline earth metals. And also it helpful for the determination of some transition elements like zinc, copper, manganese, iron, etc. Principle of flame photometry. When metallic salt solution introduced into flame, which transfer the solid or a liquid into vapor state and decomposes it into simpler atom, which is excited and return to the ground state of atom by emitting the radiation. So this is the colorful diagram, the principle involved in flame photometry. Let us discuss principle in stepwise manner. Dissolution, drying sample in solution. On dispersing the material on the flame, solvent is evaporated and leaving behind solid residue. Vaporization and atomization. On further heating, at high temperature, dry salt is vaporized to gaseous state, which dissociated to neutral atoms, which are responsible for emission phenomena. Excitation and emission. Neutral atom get excited to higher energy state by thermal energy of the flame, but not incident light. And excited atoms are unstable. Electrons are tend to return ground state to attain stability by emission of radiation in form of photon, which lie in visible region of spectrum. Each atoms of element has specific wavelength. This is the steps involved in principle of flame photometry. If E2 and E1 represent the energy of excited and ground state levels to be concerned, radiation emitted during jump may be defined by the Planck's equation E2 minus E1 equal to h nu, where h is the Planck constant, nu is the frequency of emitted light. But we know that nu equal to c by lambda, where c is the velocity of light and lambda is the wavelength. On combining these two equations, we get E2 minus E1 equal to hc by lambda, or lambda equal to hc by E2 minus E1. From the equation 3, one can calculate the wavelength of emitted radiation, which is characteristics of atoms of particular element from which it was emitted. And these are the some elements and their wavelength and also their flame color. Sodium impart the yellow color, calcium impart the orange, lithium impart the red color. Instrumentation and working. When sample is aspirated into nebulizer, is converted into mist form, and then it send it into the mixing chamber. This mixing chamber is connected with supply of compressed air and fuel, which helpful for the production of flame. When mist form of sample is sprayed over the flame, the steps involved in a principle happens, and the emitted light is passed through the lens, followed by the monochromator, and depending upon the intensity of emitted light, detector detects the intensity of emitted light and generate the current. Due to formation of electrical signal, the data is recorded in LCD display. Here, instead of monochromator, we are using filter. Instrumentation. First one, burner. A burner in the flame photometer is the source of flame. It can be maintained at a constant temperature. The temperature of the flame is one of the critical factor in the flame photometer. The formation of flame require mixture of fuel and oxidant. This is the list of different types of fuel and oxidant mixture. Formation of flame having some characteristics. Flame would be able to evaporate the liquid droplet from the sample solution, and it should decompose the compound of solid residue into free atoms, and also it able to excite the free atoms. In burners, there are different types of burners are used in flame photometry, and this is the total consumption burner, and also another one, premix burner also used. Second one, nebulizer and atomizer. Nebulizer is used to send homogeneous solution into the flame at balanced rate, which convert liquid sample to mist. Atomizer supplies the oxidant inlet and connected to fuel source, which further mixed in mixing chamber. Third one, optical system. The optical system consists of convex mirror and convex lens. The convex mirror transmits the light emitted from the atoms. The lens helps to focus emission of the light on a point or a slit. Fourth one, slits, which helps in to interfering the particular wavelength of light to be passed by preventing the radiation from surroundings. Fifth one, monochromator. It is an optical device that converts polychromatic light into a range of individual wavelength. Means it converts the polychromatic light into monochromatic light. Here we are using prism as a monochromator, and which made by Quartz. For expensive model of flame photometer, grating monochromator is used. Here a series of parallel straight lines to be cut in surfaces. In place of monochromator, we can use simple color filters. The reflection from the mirror pass through the slit and reach the filter. Filter will isolate the wavelength to be measured from that of irrelevant emission. Estimation of sodium and estimation of potassium. First one, Estimation of sodium from given sample. Procedure. Prepare standard solution of sodium chloride by dissolving 100 mg of pure salt in 100 cm cube of distilled water. From above stock solution, prepare standard solution of 0.5, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 mg per ml of solution. Then calibrate the instruments with blank sample, that is distilled water, and after calibration run all of the solution over flame and note down the absorbance at 589 nanometer. The given sample of unknown concentration is also measured. After this, plot the graph of intensity of emitted light against concentration. From the graph, the sample of unknown concentration can be found. This is the graphical representation. Second one, estimation of potassium from given sample. Above procedure is repeated with potassium chloride solution. The intensity of emitted radiation are measured at 766 nanometer. Application of flame photometer. Flame photometer can be applied both for quantitative and qualitative analysis of elements. The radiations emitted by the flame photometer are characteristic to particular metal. Hence, with the help of flame photometer, we can detect the presence of any specific element in a given sample. The presence of some group 2 elements is critical for soil health. We can determine the presence of various alkali and alkaline earth metals in soil sample by conducting flame test, and then the soil can be supplied with specific fertilizer. The concentration of sodium and potassium ions are very important in human body for conducting various metabolic functions. Their concentration can be determined by diluting and aspirating blood serum sample into the flame. Soft drinks, fruit juices and alcoholic beverages can also be analyzed by using flame photometry to determine the concentration of various metals and elements. Advantages of flame photometer. The method of analysis is very simple and economical. It is quick, convenient, selective and sensitive analysis. It is both qualitative and quantitative in nature. Even very low concentration of metals in the sample can be determined. This method compensates for any unexpected interfering material present in the sample solution. This method can be used to estimate elements which are rarely analyzed. Next one, limitations of flame photometer. The accurate concentration of the metal ion in the solution cannot be measured. It cannot directly detect and determine the presence of inert gases, means noble gases. This technique measures the total metal content present in the sample. It does not provide the information about the molecular structure of the metal present in the sample. Only liquid samples may be used in flame photometer. Also, sample preparation becomes lengthy in some cases. Flame photometry cannot be used for direct determination of each and every metal atom. A number of metal atoms cannot be analyzed by this method. The elements such as carbon, hydrogen, and halides cannot be detected due to their non-radiating nature. It's about limitation of flame photometer.